Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Longhorns will put turtle leather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Big picture, guys, this certainly isn't an all-or-nothing game. Long season ahead, but how much fun is it to have a top-5 clash like this one early?
It's so much fun, and you don't have to be a fan of just these two top-5 teams. If you're a fan of college football, you're honing in on this game because you're going to learn a lot here, David.
Yeah, and the fans are going to be like, overrated. This is why the preseason polls stink. We get a chance to prove ourselves with some of these teams that hasn't done a lot on the resume yet. Now, today is a resume builder.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. Making the running back a weapon in the passing game makes it so difficult on the defense to cover everything.
No doubt. And listen, there's so many matchups across the board. If I'm playing offense, I'm going to assess it. Like, where do I have a speed advantage? Is it a running back versus a linebacker? Is it receiver versus a corner? Whatever it is, I'm going to find it. And you could tell it was the running back, and they took advantage.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
And the Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're looking to throw on second and short. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
The Noles come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed, to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
got the quick pass. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Eighth play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a third down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
4th and short means I'm going for it nowadays. You see it all over college football. Everybody's using analytics and saying, I'm going to take my chances of going for it rather than punting. So great job by the defense, but you better get that next play ready.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking downfield, it's Meadows. He's going to take a shot right away. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver at his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Power football with the run. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All kinds of room to the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Dan, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Clement. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he... out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Starts a drive trying to go up top. It's complete to the left. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
They got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. He'll get rid of it. A strike downfield. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining the ball over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Looking to scramble. Lets it fly. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and go, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
They'll leave it with him. Looking for room at the 30. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Looking to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. Got his man.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass down the field. Just so hard to stop as opposed to a guy that just stands in the pocket and you know exactly where he's going to be every single play.
The Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. He just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Ball security has to be at a premium. They're lucky that rolled out of bounds, and now that's set up 4th down. But, David, you know against this defense, they are coming, and they want to create takeaways.
And as a defense, that's what you focus on week in, week out, trying to get that football, trying to punch it out. The biggest thing you have to do to create fumbles is everybody fly to the football. Unfortunately, that ball bounced out of bounds, but a nice job ripping it loose and causing the fumble.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Here comes the Texas offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Back to throw, it's Meadows. Good timing on the quick out. At the 45 on his way. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly complete. run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass. Fires left. He makes a grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Iowa is down right now inside Kinnick Stadium, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Iowa City today. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Iowa State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to end. Trying to beat the D deep. Snags it on the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys... have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carry.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Motion from the wideout. From the gun to give, looking for room. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth-quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Scanning the field, it's Meadows. Snagged out of the air. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. And the Longhorns are in the hurry up. Defense in press coverage. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on second down. The throw. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Longhorns.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Stevens. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Little touch pass to the receiver. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push pass.
Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm, and they're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It is changed.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I know this offense has gone for it a couple times early in this game on fourth down, guys, but with this field position, I'd be surprised if they decided not to punt the football away here. You're just too backed up. You can't risk not getting it and just gifting your opponent great field position.
And the Noles will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it down the right side. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. How in the world could they let that happen, and how in the world did they pull it off? That was 4th and a mile, and they got it.
I mean, what a clutch play by this offense. Listen, understanding, a small throw is not going to get it done. A deep ball down the field, give yourself a chance to make a play, and by gosh, they do it.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Looking for his man. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And I expect them after that incompletion to go for it here on fourth down again. I know they're in their own end of the field right now, but we talked to the coaching staff coming into this one. They said, we are going to be aggressive no matter what. We haven't seen the punter in this game yet for them, and I don't think you're going to see him here either.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down. Quarterback making checks. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Blasted as he lets it go. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
They're working that left side. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Longhorns want to move quickly. We'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Got enough space. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
He'll bring it out. It's Stevens. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He slings it deep to the left. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, you got to have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last, big fella. Like, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put it behind you. Next play.
Back to pass, it's Meadows. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Makes the grab. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Working that left side now. The stiff arm, and now he's got room. It's a seam wide open at the 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
hand to the running back. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Meadows. Looking for the score! And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stevens. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Wants to go up top on first down. Rushes on him. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Gets open down the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Finds space on the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Sends it back in motion. To the air on second down. Fires on the move. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Seminoles, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. To the air on first down. Quarterback adapted. It's caught. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And the Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. They'll go to the air. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. Ready to try the point after. They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Iowa has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 16 over Iowa State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. The give to the tailback. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Looking to pass, it's Meadows. Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
Punch it out of the air. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Turning it on. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. 3rd and goal for the offense. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Longhorns! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
Coming out with it, it's Stevens. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
That's reeled in. It's Winston. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Wants to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And the Seminoles are marching down the field. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. And he left that one short. Tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. He saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Takes the easy completion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw again. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run it. Shakes off the defender. There he goes. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback. Get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
Looking to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th. Bunch formation for these receivers. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. quickly complete. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous part. A late touchdown. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen. Strip the football. Do something.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Meadows. He's got him. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Red pass, it's complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Longhorns racing to the line in a hurry up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got his man, makes the grab. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. This is a real statement game, proving that you're worthy of this lofty ranking, holding off a challenger and doing it with a great passing game.
No doubt. And early in the season, like, you're trying to prove that ranking, right? There's a lot of people that doubt preseason polls and what they amount to and what they mean. But this passing attack, Palmer, it looks legit.
You're absolutely right, David. I think a lot of that preseason ranking was what happened last year, who they have coming back, but you can't ignore the talent these guys have at the quarterback position and the dudes they've got downfield catching it. That's shown up today.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
The give on the inside. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
On 2nd down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the 1st down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
I tell you, I love the mentality by this offense right now. They've got a pretty big lead. They're still being aggressive, taking shots, and they're finding the matchups they like. And, man, they're taking advantage right now.
And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. Let's it fly. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Oh, they're after him. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That will put the wrap on things from here for David Pop.